We're gamers, we like games, we play games because we're gamers. We got no lives, we've got jobs, this is our hub.
Hey, fucking low. It's Fep up here. How's it going? So I recently caught a video put out by PewDiePie about being happy and being on YouTube. And considering I've been doing this for over 2 years now in just this channel, and I've done so much other stuff with my other channel, my personal channel, since like 2012, which has been like 6 years. I have to say, it's been interesting. My content, I had a schedule that I was trying to keep, and it was really difficult because I had gotten another job, one that I'm actually sure I'm going to be permanent in for a long time, and I was doing with just a lot of other things with the holidays. We had just finally got out of the wedding and just wanted to relax. Wedding, married, and the job I was at, I was training and gone from like 7 a.m. until we wouldn't get home till 7:30, 8 o'clock p.m. You just want to spend your time getting stuff done, preparing food and shit for the next day, and it was mentally draining because the training was just all bookwork based and that, and it was useful, but it's just trying to stay awake. It was tough, so it was exhausting to try and stay away, but I managed to get through it. Now I'm at a better schedule. And I'm actually back into doing content. I've still got content that's waiting to come out, but there was a while where I considered ending Fep Up completely. And it was because of all of the low blows that the channel's received. I mean, as fun as it is for me, as cathartic as it is, as great as it is to play these old games from my childhood that now I get to play, and I watch my friends or family, mostly my father, play, to experience them wholly myself on my own or to relive playing them has been amazing. And it's just some of the things I've done and learned and how this channel's grown in quality and everything else is, it's really hard to just let go. As well as just the streaming. Streaming's gotten more and more fun, and I prefer to stream on YouTube compared to Twitch. YouTube, you can save it, you can do so much more, and I still have a Twitch channel and still support my Twitch friends, but to me, YouTube's just more fun for streaming. But that aside, I really considered doing that because I feel the commitment I made to myself, which was to stick to that schedule, the Monday through Friday schedule, and then Friday night through Sunday night would be potential for streaming. And I wasn't sticking to it, and I was pretty upset with myself. And it left me to really think about a lot of things and think about how I wanted to balance my life, and I felt like YouTube just couldn't fit into that equation. I also had a lot of other things, like I kept trying to put together content because the way I set up the schedule was, it's Monday is a collab thing, and then Tuesdays a how-to, which the how-tos are fun and I'll still do them. But I kind of ran out of ideas pretty quickly because there weren't any things I was getting asked to help with. And then Wednesday and Friday were always content, game series I was playing in that. And then Thursday with the reviews, I have tons of things I could review. But what I wanted to review at the time was Star Wars The Last Jedi. And I was just having so much trouble getting a video I was happy with. It wasn't either really long or really convoluted or didn't go off the rails and anything. I couldn't get everything I wanted to say out the way I wanted to, and I felt like that was a lot of videos lately. And all YouTubers do that. Hobby, professional, whatever. Every YouTuber runs into that issue where you this is just an artistic thing. You run into something you've made that you just aren't happy with. It's not good enough. And you don't want to put it out there because you want to put out the best. But sometimes it's not the way it works. And sometimes your best content is stuff you may hate. And a good example, Guns N' Roses, Slash, hated Sweet Child of Mine. It's their best song next to like Welcome to the Jungle and Paradise City. So sometimes you may be wrong. You may think it's not good, not quality, not what I want. But if you put it out there, people may like it, and it's never not going to hurt you. So that issue there, of course, doing stuff that makes you happy. Don't ever do stuff that's fake, but don't be so hard on yourself either. Don't be so upset with yourself if you miss an upload deadline, or if you aren't feeling like your content is up to what you want your standard to be. If it's missing a little thing, or if you feel it's a little bit off, or the jokes aren't as funny, you know, if you can't just redo it, give it a shot. Upload it, put it out there. See what happens. If you don't like it and it turns out it has a negative response, you can always remove it. And it's been difficult. Luckily, I've been able to stream still, at least a couple times a week, just to flirt with staying back. And the more I've gone on, the more I feel like I probably could. It's just, again, YouTube being in the schedule. And with as much as this channel has gone through, it's become less and less, I guess, worth it. And it's nothing against making videos. I enjoy them. But the amount of time, the amount of time I put into recording and editing and uploading and having to have the schedule make it and having it work and meeting it by a certain time and having 5 videos a week or 3 videos a week or even 1 video a week, it can take up so much of your free time. When you start to grow, I don't have kids yet, but when you start to have a family, the time becomes more valuable. And when you have friends and other extended family, the time is more valuable. And you weigh whether or not you want to spend that time making content that really puts a lot of stress and you don't get much in return. Even emotional-wise, financially, whatever, or do you spend time with people you care about and on other things that have a better return, whether it be emotional or mental or financial or whatever, and finding that balance and what's got it. And then the big thing is I had YouTube be demonetized for me because they demonetized all small channels. Then just all the copyright shit I have been through. I have fought copyright since what was it? I've been fighting it for a long time. I know I got it on every single Star Wars thing I've ever done. Legend of Zelda was all copyright issue. A couple times on Conker's Bad Fur Day. I have just had to fight with copyright this whole time, and it's been a fucking joke, and I can tell you, it wears on you, especially when no money's involved. Like, if there was money involved, if I was PewDiePie, or Mark, or even a smaller YouTuber that was still, like a 50 to 100,000 sub YouTuber who was making some money on on YouTube, I could understand. But to copyright so instantaneously such a small channel that honestly it's got to be near impossible for this to be viewed by the actual claimant, and it's got to be an automated YouTube system, and it is. That uphill battle just doesn't feel worth it, and that was the situation I was in mentally. However, another thing I had to admit that I committed to myself is MPM, and all these were going on. I made, and I wish you guys could see them, they're pretty cool. I made 2 shirts, and I always have been kind of at the artistic helm, and kind of the leader face. Vetbub's always been the leader face of MPM, and of course the main 3 being me, Super Loot, and CapnBowser. Brian and I were the founders, and Steven was one of was like the first non-living with us. Of course now he does, but he was the first, satellite YouTuber to join the group and to start making content and develop a style. And it's been so amazing to watch different people who do streaming or uploading or whatever to just kind of work on that, and seeing other people get into it, like April, she streams, and to see her having fun with that and to give her something to do that she really enjoys, outside of, the rest of her life, which she is actually not too far from us. We live pretty close. Seeing other people stream and actually have these days where we're all streaming or recording the same thing, and then you can go back and watch the different perspectives, or in between lobbies you can watch and see, oh, that's what they saw. And it's just seeing that, as well as just seeing MPM grow and the things we've done, that's made it really difficult to just leave, especially because I designed new shirts for it, and I have shirts I designed for. There was one for Kellen O'Brien back in the day. There's of course the original Fitbub shirt that I have, which I still have. I haven't updated it with the new logo that Sean maybe, Kitty. But we made a new logo for MPM, and I made 2 shirts, one for Steven, one for Brian, with the names on the back, Super Luke and CapnBowser, and having that awaiting the holidays to arrive and to be like, hey, look at this, and toying with the idea of leaving, it was difficult, and I almost did. But I've decided I'm just gonna go at whatever pace I want. I don't have enough subscribers to really hold me to anything, so I don't really care about that. But even then, there are some YouTubers I watch who go weeks without producing something that I still watch, that I still care about, that I still enjoy, whether it be viewing it in the entertainment side, like gaming or movie reviews or whatever, or people who do the political end, my other channel, which I haven't done anything on that in so long. On the political side, I still watch people who do that kind of content too, and sometimes it's a month before they produce a video, and their videos are longer and more produced, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just research and fact checking and reading up on the info and presenting the facts and the evidence, and that's what it is. And all that hard work, and to realize that, I can put a little bit of time aside every day. I can put time aside on the weekend and still try and do that. And the reason why I referenced the PewDiePie video was it hit home because I wasn't satisfied with YouTube and with my YouTube experience, not so much on the part of YouTube but on the part of myself. And the revelation really came with the Pokemon Snap live stream that we did. That had pretty much been a planned thing since I first started the channel, because that was the first thing Brian and I did when we moved in together. Like, first weekend, played Pokemon Snap, stayed up all day. We started on like the middle of the day, right after dinner or whatever. Had some port and just played Pokemon Snap all the way through. And discovered things that just blew each other's minds. Things that we, strategies that the other knew that the other didn't. And it was just fun. And it was something we wanted to do. And, the fact that all the hiccups came through was just, it was tough. But it also was kind of a testament to how our YouTube experience has been. But at the same time, it was something I wanted to do when we had, gotten bigger. And for me, I've gone at a snail's pace. And I know other YouTubers who are similar, who do great content, who are also going by at a similar pace as I am. So I understand it's maybe just late to the game, and I don't know, whatever. And there's things I gotta work on, but it was just difficult to look back at that and reflect on 2 years of uploading and realize that I don't feel like I've gone as far as I could when I've seen channels, other channels that explode in a quarter of the time. But then, this is something I enjoy. And the biggest thing is that it's something that I enjoy, that my wife enjoys that I do. Something I can do with friends. Something that friends of mine enjoy. Friends of mine who I never thought would be into it are really supportive and really enjoy, not so much love, but enjoy what I can create. And it keeps one of my favorite skills, it keeps my extrovertedness and my showmanship sharp. And for those reasons, I decided to just continue. It may not be at the same pace. There may be days where I miss a how-to, or weeks where I miss a how-to or a review or a collab upload, but I'm gonna go back and start again. I'm going to be making more content, and I'll be adding more things to the days. It may not be a how-to on Tuesday. It will be a video like this, a vlog maybe, a weekly vlog, or another segment I want to go, because I was finally able to get fetish reviews up, and it took me a year to get that. But I also want to get something I call nerd-splaining, where I go into vast, and Superloot will probably join me for stuff like that too. Maybe occasionally Brian for like a Pokemon or something else. But it's about explaining these ideas. And I might get some other NPM people to do that. And that's the other thing. This community we have has grown so much, and that was the other thing I didn't want to let down. Well, I know I'm not when it comes to the outside area, the broad spectrum of the NPM gaming community that's formed. I'm not an integral part. I know that it's something that wouldn't have started without me, possibly, likely. And I feel that the people who got it off the ground, Brian in particular, but I owe it to them to continue. And I just love capturing the moments. Because then that's the final thing, and that's what's all comes into the major component of why, as difficult as it is, as hard as it is, as just as much of a headache that seems so it feels like just a waste. the whole reason I started this was because when I was a kid, I enjoyed playing games with my brother, with my sister, with my friends, with my father. Even if one of us was just playing and the rest watching, and just giving each other shit and laughing and talking and sharing the moment. And that's what this is for me. It's not about money or subscribers or anything. It's about sharing that experience with as many people as you can. Especially people that are close to you. And doing it in a way that they don't have to come here and sit in my room or my living room with me. They can watch it at any time. They can see it anywhere. So that's why I'm staying. And it was tough. And it's going to be tough again. And it's going to be a headache. There'll be times where I'm bogged down. And I always am. I always have a copyright strike. Excuse me. I always have a copyright, not strike, but a copyright claim, a dispute, an appeal, whatever, on my fucking channel. But that's how it is. I built character, and I haven't lost yet. So I'm going to continue. But I'll ask you to give that like button. Nice little good game. Make sure to check the description down below. Of course, Patreon, PayPal. I'm trying to finally figuring out how to actually access it. Make sure to check out the other MPM. It keeps growing. I don't know if I've added April yet, but there's so many people who I've found who either do or did and are doing it again. And they deserve your support too. And they may do something you like that I don't. Or they may do something that you like that I don't do. And, of course, check out my other content. Most importantly, I hope that you subscribe. You can join our cool little weird community. Thank you for watching, and you have a good fucking day. Bye.